weren't offering before. You know, so. And then, can you explain what the product is? Pretty self-explanatory. How long is it going to take? Pretty self-explanatory. Call me back. This one, really important for your fast start. If you want to get them this week, it says, hey, you know what, I can definitely call you back. The only thing is, I'm just in this huge contest, and I still have to try and squeeze in 10 appointments by Monday in order for me to hit my goal this week. And normally I would never ask twice, but it just really means a lot to me. So if there is any way you could squeeze me in this week over next week, it would really help out a lot. You know, is it possible for me to just stop by really quickly on Saturday morning? I've got an opening at 8:30, or I could even come by at 8:30 at night if that worked better for you. And I'll throw out a couple obscure times that I think it might work. If they say, call me before you come over, or can I get your number? You know, and that basically just means like, yeah, that should work, but let me just get your number just in case. Like if they say something like that, just be like, well, you know, I can totally call you, but if I call you and that time doesn't work for you, I probably won't have enough time to schedule another appointment, so I wouldn't have a full day. So if you think that time might not work for you, I'd rather find a time right now that you do feel comfortable with. How about, and then I'll offer them a couple times that I think might work better based off what they said.
This is a ringer.
Okay? Now, you should never make phone calls ever without your phone approach and your objection sheet in front of you. Like, you should never do it. There's no reason to, guys. Like, there's no reason to make calls without these sheets right in front of you and expect they're going to say, I'm busy, the first 2 times you offer. Expect it. Just like after you offer the 2 times, be like ready to go into I'm busy. And like just plan on it every single time. Because that's most of the time what happens. Every once in a while they don't, you're like, oh sweet, okay, great. And you just keep on going. So you should never make calls without these 2 sheets of paper in front of you. Don't try and wing it, just use the approach. It works really well. Alright. Lastly, turn to page 26 and 27 really quick, guys. I apologize, I know we're running a few minutes behind, but this is important stuff here. Frankly, we have quite a few of you who got in here late today, and so I'm not talking to you, Curtis. No. There was a lot of other people that were late, not just you. So we had like 3 of you on time today. So, all right.
26, 27.
Yeah. All right. I want to look at the last 4 or 5 days here in your fast start. Okay, you've got 5 days left officially. Now, anyone who completed 5 appointments over Monday and Tuesday, and this morning, if you completed 5 appointments there, you got an extra day in your fast start. So it doesn't end Sunday, it ends Monday. Okay. I'm also going to tell you that if you get an extra 5 appointments in between now and Sunday, you will get an extra day in your fast start. So potentially your fast start could be extended all the way till Tuesday. That cannot count towards limo night in Cabo, but it can count towards all the Cutco prizes. Okay. So, having said that, first thing I want to do is I want to just look at these last 4 days here, which is where all the magic's going to take place. So, block off, first off, Thursday and Friday morning and Monday morning, make sure at 8 a.m. you've got written in to call in for PDI. Make sure you don't forget to call in for PDI. Then, make sure tomorrow night you've got from 7 to 9 blocked off for the Pizza Phone Jam. We're going to be ordering pizza for all you guys. You guys can come into the office, set up the weekend for yourself.
That's a must.
It's not mandatory, no. I would say that it's going to help you tremendously and it's well worth your time.
What time is it?
7 to 9 tomorrow night.
Appointment at 6, coming after.
Yeah, you can come in late. Like, if you got a demo at 5:30 or 6, come in right after it. Yeah, you don't have to be here from like the whole 7 to 9. You can only come in for an hour, guys. Come in for an hour. It's going to be worth it. I promise you'll get more appointments set up than you would if you're just sitting at your house. Also, make sure Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10, you have Breakfast of Champions slated in there. That's going to be one of the most powerful meetings of maybe potentially the whole year. But it's absolutely going to be one of the most powerful meetings in your fast start that you go to. Now, by the way, you know, Kayla and David, you guys came in for the Champions Club this morning. Would you guys say that was worth coming in at 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Was it hard? hard to get out of bed to get here by 7 a.m.?
Yes.
Sure it was. Okay. But they both set up at least 3 appointments right after the meeting for the day and learned some stuff that really will probably help you tremendously over the rest of your fast start. So if you guys come in at 7 for the Champions Club, it'll help you take your results to a whole nother level in your fast start if you actually do it. Now, next thing is block off any personal commitments you have over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The next thing is I want you to put in your phone time. Besides the phone jams, when are you going to be making phone calls? I would encourage you to put in at least a half hour every morning and every evening for your fast start. I would recommend at least a half hour every morning and every evening to make some phone calls. If you really want to have a solid fast start, put it in your schedule when you're going to do it. And when you can actually do it, don't say you're going to do it at a certain time if you've got another commitment there. And then what I would do is I would put an A every 2 hours in between all those other commitments that you've got, to where you could do an appointment that wouldn't interfere with another obligation. And make sure Monday you have in your schedule that we have our team meeting from 10 to 12 Monday. We also do have a phone jam Sunday night that you can put in your schedule from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We've got a phone jam in the office from 5 to 8. And you guys can come in, actually anytime on Sunday between 12 and 9 and make phone calls, but we're having an official phone jam between 5 and 8.
What did you say the Monday thing was?
Team meeting. 10 to 12. 10 a.m. to 12. Okay. Yes, David.
So if we were able to schedule appointments with people slightly before team meetings, or do you not
team
want...
meetings we want you here on time.
Okay.
Yeah. Phone jam I don't care if you're a little late. Team meetings
But
we
team
need you here
meetings
on
to
time.
make...
Okay. Alright. So that shows you what's really possible if you max out over these next 3-4 days, what's really possible. Here's what I want to really instill a lot of belief in. Most people sell a lot more in the last half than they do the first half of their fast start. I mean, if you think about it, that's how it should go. You know more about the demo now than you knew last Friday night. You're better at the demo now than you were last Friday. You're more confident, you're smoother, you know about bonus points, you know about the trade-in special. All of that stuff really does help take your results to a whole nother level if you tap into it. So, and I could use lots of examples. Michael Heinen, in his fast start, sold 10,000. Well, guess how much he had sold going into Friday? Sold $3 grand. Coming into his fast start. I shouldn't say it was 3 grand. It was probably more like 4,000 or 4,500 going into Friday. And he sold literally the other 5,500 over the last 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday of his fast start. I also had Dakota Orchard. Okay, Dakota sold 6,000 in her fast start. She had sold 300 by Thursday. Okay, 300, and she sold 6,000 by the end of her second weekend. Okay, so you guys have a lot of momentum on your side right now. You have time. If you work hard today to book up the demos, you're gonna have an awesome last 4 days. All the magic happens the last 4 days for the people who work hard. If you've given up on your fast start and gone like, oh, yeah, it's probably not gonna be much, it's not gonna be much. But know that if you tap into it, I mean, you guys have all seen people in this room sell 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 in 2 days before already. You know it's possible. Stop separating yourself from the people who are getting the results you want to get. Use it as evidence. If they can do it, I can do it. They got the same training I got. If they can do it, I can do it. Don't separate yourself. Use that as evidence that it's possible. The last thing is I'm going to give you guys a couple assignments here. So turn to page, or last page of your manual, I'll give you guys a couple assignments. Your number one assignment, complete 5 appointments by Sunday night. Complete 5 appointments by Sunday night. Okay, that's literally like 1.2 demos a day. If you feel like you cannot do this, talk to me and let me know what the situation is. Okay, if you feel like you honestly cannot complete 5 appointments over the next 4 days, talk to me and let me know what the situation is. And some of you have more than that lined up already, and that's awesome. Go for more. But you know, your assignment's at least 6. I would say shoot for 10. Assignment is, I'm sorry, 5. Assignment's 5, but shoot for 10. Number 2 is memorize pages 9 and 10, and 15 if it's still not memorized. Most of you have that down already, but if it's not, make sure you memorize 9 and 10 as well. Number 3, stop by to give a tip sometime over these next 3 days to the training class. I'm going to ask, you guys remember how in your first 3 days there were some people who popped in and gave some tips? Most of the people I'm training today, tomorrow, and Friday are all your friends. Like 90% of them are your friends that you guys recommended to the job. It would mean a lot to me if you could pop in sometime over these next couple days and give them a tip. You know, just give them a simple tip. Please don't give them anything complicated like from advanced training, because frankly they haven't even gone through, like, they'll be like in their first day of training. It should be simple. You know, I think you guys would agree if you read the manual, it does work. You know, it is simple. I know you guys heard that a lot in training, but it's a legitimate tip. Yeah.
Do they have a fast start as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they get a fast start too. So, yeah, I think all of you would agree. All of you would probably do more appointments last weekend than you probably did, right? So, even if you just give them a tip to like work hard for the fast start and like follow the manual, that's a simple tip. You know, it works well. You know, cutting food works really well, like Cell itself. You know, give them a tip that you guys have found is actually true, and just give them some validity in it, because it means a lot coming from someone who's like literally just started, and frankly, it's gonna be like your friends. And so like give them a tip that's gonna really help them. Which, like, if they fill their schedule and they follow the manual, they're probably gonna have an awesome fast start. So, I mean, that's something that you can do. That just helps out a lot. Just pop in and give a little tip.
When are you training?
I'm training today from 1 to 7, tomorrow from 12 to 7, and then Friday from 11 to 5. Okay? Ideally, if you could come in over these next 2 days, that would be ideal. You know, today or tomorrow. And when you guys come in, just come into the back of the training room and just kind of like sit tight for a moment. I'll see that you came in, and I'll introduce you when the time's appropriate. And if you can't come in because you're like an hour out, I understand that. But if you can, it would mean a lot. And that's it, guys. Just make sure you guys are here this evening. We have a team meeting tonight from 7 to 9. And